All right. What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all see how this is going. Um, because of the Kamora Lee Simmons situation, right? Because of that situation, I think we need to talk about, black love versus black money. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here, but I'm gonna be on here. So first things first, as you see, like, share, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. When it comes to people talking about we need to come together, we need black love, and we need to come together and build, and we need to come together and create a better community, it seems like people are leaving something out of this equation, and that's black money. That's the money part of this situation. And the money part of the situation is all over the place, like really all over the place. Because it seems to me that you got people who are just willing to say whatever, do whatever, financially, and want somebody else uh, to actually fix it, to actually back the bad decisions. And the Kamora Lee Simmons situation is kind of indicative of the problem. And the problem is wanting to say we got black love, what's happening? Wanting to say we have black love in the sense of I love you if the money's right. If I'm with you, I love you because you got money and I don't. It's like, oh, okay, this is what we doing. And even if I'm with you and you had to pay me for leaving, I don't love you anymore, but I love the fact that you gave me a severance package. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So now we're at that point where we got to say, okay, what is actual black love? Is black love capitalism? And what I mean by capitalism is black love basically, I'm going to get everything I can get out of you and then say I love you later. I love how you let me take your stuff and didn't complain about it. That's a problem. You know, that becomes a problem. So I started thinking about it. When you're looking at people talking about black love, it had, we're talking about building a black family, but you got a lot of people like myself who probably are done making kids, right? People who have kids or multiple kids and they don't want to have anymore. Talking about let's build a family. But what do you mean by build a family? Like, are you saying me and you come together and I take care of your existing family? That's what black love is. The quote unquote beta male provider. That's what black love is. I need you to come into my life and be the man and financially dominate this situation so I can pay back my student loans, or I can pay my credit card debt off, or I can pay my car note, so I don't have to pay rent anymore. This this is what black love has turned into. It's turned into a help me pay my bills, situation. Yeah, you know, he said, okay. So now we playing these games. Don't you start, concrete. Don't make me hit you with a can. But that's what it sounds like. So this is black love nowadays. The idea that, we're gonna play this game where, okay, since we're having quote unquote black love, I hate to do it. I hate to do it. I used to love this person. Now I don't love them no more. But if I had a kid with them, they still paying me. So now you have a situation where you love the benefit of having kids with people because you might get something out of it, but you don't actually have love for the people who you're benefiting off of, and it gets in the way of the relationship. So, but this is what we call it black love. And now you're going out on dates, you know, and I'm looking for black love. And see, nobody wants to, I ain't gonna say nobody. I'm just being silly when I'm saying nobody. People don't want to say black love versus black money is basically, you know, take me out for free. Give me free food. Give me free alcohol. Give me free tickets to the concert, or free tickets to the game, or free tickets to the play, or give me, pay for my vacation. You know, give me a TV. Give me, you know, enough money to save up so I can buy the stuff I want. Me, 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 me. So black love has become using people. Using people. So now we're going love versus money. And now you seeing the guys go, well, if I'm going to be just a debit card, what am I getting for my debit? Because every time I swipe my card, I got to get something. I don't swipe my card to get absolutely nothing. You know, you, you know, from outside the home, I feel you on that. So now, exactly. So now it's like, okay, because you got to pay for black love. I don't think people realize that now. Yeah, it's absolutely natural. Like as C. Rose is saying, is it natural for a woman to be hypergamous? Yes, but there's a difference between hypergamy and leeching. Even hypergamous women have to do something. I want like hypergamous women want a man who has more resources than she does, but she absolutely knows I have to do something for this man with these resources. We're entering a space where people saying they're hypergamous, but they're really just leeches. They don't do anything for these men. So now it becomes black love versus, you know, black money. You know, because I hate to bring it up, but I used to laugh and chuckle about the resting in my femininity because there was actually no work to be done resting in femininity, and there was no work to be done when you found the femininity. So it was like, just give me a time to go on vacation from life and I'll figure it out. As long as you pay for it, that'll make me feel good. What was that, Players Club? Was it the Players Club? Do something to make me feel good. Like it was that. So now guys are just like, is it worth it? You know, we all listen to the Kevin Samuels show, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram, and you hear the ladies' complaints, and you hear the ladies, not Monsters Ball, they did that in Monsters Ball too, but you hear the ladies wanting, I want a certain type of man, and it's like, okay, if you want this type of man, what are you gonna do for this type of man? I'm just gonna be his piece. When you have a certain amount of money, and I hate to, when you have a certain amount of money, it gives you a certain lifestyle, and you can't give a person peace who have already put themselves in a peaceful lifestyle. You're not giving them something that they already have. What it looks like is you're trying to tell them you're giving them peace because you need peace. So you need to go get into their peaceful life to find peace. But at the same time, you're charging them for the peace that they're giving you that you're not giving them. You know, I hate to say it that way, but you know, it becomes a problem. Like I'm gonna get on the guys too, though. Like the guy that they've been getting on, you know, something poppy preacher, whatever. I watched him. I made a video somewhat about him. But when you got guys coming out here, black love versus black money, if you don't take a woman on a trip, you're a cheap bastard. Well, he should clean up then. He should go around taking women on trips. Why is he concerned about men not taking women? Forget a date, take her on a trip and take her shopping. If that's your thing, go buy this girl some plane tickets and go take her shopping. Every girl you meet, stand out, stand out. But not only is it stupid to do, he won't say it's expensive. Not only will he not say it's expensive, he won't say that he represents the type of guy that lives off of women. So of course he wants you to go take these women out on trips and buy them clothes and give them money so he could get it. That's what that is. That's just pseudo hefty bag pimping. That's pretty much all it is. You cheap bastard, why don't you take her somewhere that I wouldn't take her? Because I'm not stupid like you to pay to buy her that. That's what that is. That's what that is. But the question is, it's black love versus black money. So now we're at this space, interesting space, where at the end of the day, everybody wants something from somebody else. And the crazy part about it is, you're not charging people for what? For your interactions. You're charging people for your past interactions. So why is black love versus black money? Because now people want to be treated better than the people in their past. And one thing I was clowning about, it's clowning this morning about this with my lady, about people keep talking about how they were in toxic relationships. This person was toxic, and I was in this toxic relationship. And this goes for men and women together. You're in toxic relationships, but you're trying to tax the next person because you were in a toxic relationship. But not taking into consideration that, like the fellas will say, man, I like a girl with a little sass, with a little attitude. Ooh, I like it. I like a girl with a little spicy personality. And then turn right around 6 months, 2 years, 5 years later, I was in these toxic relationships. So now you want this next woman to be the supreme homemaker because you like hood rats or hood rat energy or thoughts. That's your fault. That's your fault. Same thing with the ladies. I like a bad boy. I like the street thug dudes, blah, blah, blah. I like a guy who da, 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 da. And then turn around. I was in a toxic, abusive relationship. You mean with the guy that you were so attracted to that was such a bad boy and that was so exciting, that one? Yeah. So now I need you to be this person and that person. I need you to be a better man than the toxic guys that I was attracted to because that's what I like. And now you got to take me here and take me there and buy me this and buy me that. I'm like, oh, okay. This is, exactly Prometheus. This is where we at with it. This is where we at with it. This is where we're at. But now, it seems like the black community is not just woke socially, because I think we halfway woke socially. I think we woke when it's convenient. You know what I'm saying? But I think we're getting more woke fiscally and financially. And what you're seeing is people who made financial decisions younger and now love, black love is the way to, damn, if I could find somebody who loved me, maybe, just maybe, and I hate to say it this way, but this is how it comes off. Maybe we could come together so I could live off of them and say it's us. You get what I'm saying? This is why, the love and money part has become an issue, because everybody wants to, what are you bringing to the table? And then people go like, why is that offensive? Why is what are you bringing to the table offensive? Because whether if it's tangible, you bring in something tangible to the table. But if it's not tangible, then it's just like going out to dinner. We go out to dinner. What are you bringing to the table? Well, I just brought my appetite because I purposely didn't eat all day because I knew we was going out. So now I'm so hungry, I'm gonna order a bunch of stuff. You know, this not gonna be, this is gonna be the only date we go on if this day continues. What's up, Tony? You know, Damon, I appreciate you, fam. Thank you. So now we gonna play this game. We're gonna play this game where every situation has a price tag on it. So since every situation has a price tag on it, love has a price tag on it. Sex has a price tag on it. Jay Shine, what's up, player? You know, and people are offended at the price tag. Like, I've been talking about, I don't think marriage is a good deal for men. I still don't. I really don't. But I understand that some of us, you know, some of us are gonna need to get married just for the companionship as we age, just for somebody to care about us as we age. Because people don't want to say everybody can't afford. You can't afford to be alone. You just can't. Like most people cannot. You can't afford to sit in the house and take care of yourself if things go left. You cannot. And this is why it's bad for me to say this in the first place. Because what you're basically saying is I'm getting older and I need somebody to take care of me because I don't do a good job of taking care of myself, my health. So as a backup plan for me not taking care of my health, I need to be with somebody. So now it's like, so is this black love or versus black money? You know, absolutely, if a man wants to make a family, it makes sense. But most men are not trying to create. Most men in my age bracket, I'm 41. Like, people ain't trying to have kids again. Most men over, who have kids of a certain age are not trying to do it again, unless you're like dating somebody significantly younger, and your thing is, I want to give my wife a kid because she doesn't have it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. That happened in my family a few times. But this idea that we want to build again, it's asinine. It's asinine because what's going on now is people are seeing how the cost of living is rising in society. Why do I want to start from scratch with this cost of living? Why? What is black love to you? It's black love because black love to men and black love to women is coming off completely different. If I'm just gonna be carnal about it, black love to men would be assumed to be sex. Black love to women would assume to be money. So that's black love. Now, how does this go about in the money situation? Well, when people get together, there is no splitting of assets. Yeah, blue people are basically tricking. There's no splitting of. There's no okay. I'm coming into this relationship. I've invested in this. I've invested in that. If this work, if we're together, we can benefit off of that. If we're apart, you know, let me get your stuff. That's why I brought up Kamora Lee Simmons in the beginning of this, because the woman has been in 2 different relationships, I think maybe 3, since divorcing Russell Simmons. So why are you going back digging in that pot of money to help somebody? You should have money by now. She had an astronomical amount of child support. She had an astronomical payout for being married. Why do you then go back? And people go, well, he's super rich. I understand that. But I know numerous women who have been married to guys who aren't super rich, who are middle class men. They say middle class is from 35,000 to 100,000. I know numerous women who sit there and smile like, yeah, but he don't know I'm gonna get half of his pension later. He don't know I'm gonna get half of his 401k. He don't know I'm gonna get half of his TSP. He don't know I'm gonna get half of his IRA. Like, what's up, Edway? What up? What up? I'm tired. But so you got people getting with people purposely getting out of relationships purposely, and years going by, and they still have their what's up, playboy? You know what I'm saying? When you retire at 55, 60, playboy, I'm gonna have to get that playboy. We got divorced when was you 32, playboy? But you kept working them years, and I'm gonna say, I need that playboy because I ain't been doing right, playboy. You got that going on. And you got and the crazy part about it is you got men getting remarried and their current wives can see it coming from a mile away, and the husband's got to have that talk with their current wife. Like, listen, my ex-wife, I know the minute I retire, she gonna say she want half of this and half of that. You know it already. You know, you know it already. Exactly, Carlos. I saw that. And this goes why I'm talking about black love versus black money, because most people, whether you're married and divorced, whether you got married and divorced, or you made a baby with somebody, you know who loses out in this situation? Kids. Kids. Whether they be young, whether they be college age, or whether they're grown adults. They won't really inherit anything because of black love versus black money. Because everybody wants their cut. And it's like the cut has become irrational. So what you're seeing is men say, okay, this is a rational situation, and women say, it's okay. Like that whole get the bag thing. You can't be okay. Let me reverse this. When you hear women say they're bosses, right? And in turn, or boss chicks, or they're strong women, or they're independent women, or just let me get rid of that, because the strong independent thing, I can admit that I don't hear it as much. It's dying down. It's just a mantra that's been going on so long, we still repeating it. But I don't hear women saying it as much anymore. But what I can say is this. You hear women lean into the fact that they're go-getters. And if you're a go-getter, Dana, what's up, sugar? If you're a go-getter, why are you looking for somebody to pay to subsidize you? You're a go-getter. That's what go-getters do. They go and get it. So you can't be a go-getter. I'm gonna go get mine, but at the same time, when you go get yours, I want some of yours too. Like, no, playboy. If you a go-getter, you gotta be 10 toes down and being a go-getter. You know, yeah, boss, yeah, same thing. Boss chicks. You're a boss chick, but a boss doesn't, I'm the boss. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get with this person over here so they can give me some money if all my boss work don't work out. Man, Bruliana's was private. That doesn't, that doesn't equate. It doesn't go together. So now you got the love versus the money. And then personally, what I think is going to wind up happening is you're going to see more and more people less focused on money, on purpose, to get rid of, to actually see if it's about black love. And what I mean, you're going to see people take money out of the equation. How much you make? I ain't telling you. What kind of car you drive? I'm not going to drive. I'm going to drive a not so good car on purpose. Now I can pay for the meal. I can pay for the date. You're not uncomfortable. The car's not a junker, but I'm not going to give you a balling, veneer. Where do you live at? I live in this area. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know you like that. I'm trying to get to know you. And then it's, do you like the person or don't you? Because these encounters are not encounters about liking people. They're encounters about liking lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? Just like us, like we know when we dating. I know, well, I used to know. I'm not dating anymore, but I used to know the minute I saw a chick, that's a date where I'm gonna actually smash this chick, or it's a date where I'm gonna get to know this chick. Because I could tell by how she carries herself. I'm gonna talk to her. oh, okay, you're a fun chick, and you're a relationship chick, two different chicks. So if you know somebody's a fun chick, you already know I'm spending money. If somebody's a relationship chick, well, you spending money knowing it's about sex. And sometimes I can't lie. If it's normally fun chicks, Kareem, what's popping? If it's normally fun chicks, you don't have to spend as much money at first with fun chicks if they're attracted to you, because they really don't want. They want the date, but they more so want to screw you. So they actually want to see what that is about. A lot of times people get it twisted where you're saying you're tricking on women and people don't get the difference. You're tricking on women that aren't attracted to you. You get what I'm saying? You're dating women who are attracted to you, but they're trying to have a relationship with you. Oh, thanks, C Rose. Thank you. Got me hitting this screen and knocking this thing sideways. Um, so now, if she's attracted to you, y'all go smash. If the sex is good, that's how you wind up with a rotation of women. Like if guys telling you the way to get a rotation of women is to, is to keep smashing new chicks, they're lying to you. I mean, it's very much so feasible and possible. But what you do is in an era like this one, if a woman's attracted to you and she's about having fun, all you got to do is put it down consistently, and then you get another chick, and then another chick, and another. And you date chicks like that. And what's gonna wind up happening is if you keep putting it down, some of them gonna catch feelings, and they're gonna want something more, and then that's your yay or nay thing. You know what I'm saying? And some of them don't want more. Some of them will look at you as this is my, as Ron Wills used to call Mr. Good Bar. You know, you're the good bar. So when she's looking for an actual man to be with, she's not gonna look at you. You to put it down, dude. Until she find a guy, she gonna always call you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you on that. For me, this is where it goes. So, and that's more of a money saver than anything. Because when guys used to talk about you take her out and he's the one that's hitting her from the back at the end of the day, you could be that dude if you date people who are attracted to you. And the question at the end of the day is, are you willing to accept the type of people that are attracted to you? I've had fine women attracted to me, and I've had frumpy women attracted to me. Or I had women that people didn't know was fine because they dressed frumpy. You know what I'm saying? That's more so what I'm talking about. But getting back to the money part, if you actually dating, you're gonna come to find out that, I can't talk about this particular time, but I can, but I don't want to. Because I want to talk more so about younger people when you're dating and you're in your 20s. A lot of times when you're dating when you're in your 20s to 30s, I would say, what a lot of people don't want to hear is you're meeting people and you're really trying to gauge if you could, women are trying to gauge if they can live with you. That's where this is going. That's where this has been. Like women are trying to gauge. Anytime you deal with, if you're a man, you deal with a woman and she walks into your place and she does this, and she's trying to figure out how she could put her touch on that because she want to be there. Be it that she may like you and she wants to make it a home with you, or your situation is better than hers and she wants to see herself in it. So now guys are not cognizant of that more so than not. See, why you laughing? Why you laughing? So what winds up happening is Dizzy was popping. You know, you're not looking at it right because you're like, you know what I'm saying? These chicks wanna do this and wanna do that. They're trying to come up, and they're trading the sex, the possibility of sex, for a relationship. Like, let me, if you're in a relationship, how can I say this properly? If you're a man, don't be telling me, I'm sorry. Yeah. If you're a man, and this goes for women too, you're going to get tired of the sex with the person, even if the sex is good. Even if it's good, you'll be like, it, some when you're in a relationship, you're going to get sex on a more regular basis than most single people who are single. So the difference is when you're single, people are hornier because I gotta get it, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. That's how you build a roster. That's how you wind up being in a person's rotation. That's how you wind up rotating because at a certain point you're gonna get horny and you're just gonna go, okay, I gotta hit somebody up. But when you're in a relationship, you done been with them. You done all the positions. You didn't, they good at this and they not good at that. So you know how to make. I'm trying to be nice with this. If you're a man and you know what positions make her actually have an orgasm and how long it can take, you know what positions make you have an orgasm, how long it can take. And she knows, what can make you go harder than most. You know, the shower. Thank you. You know that whole dynamic. But what winds up happening when I'm talking about the love versus the money is you wind up starting to go, okay, can we get along a week or 2 weeks if we don't have sex? You know what I'm saying? Am I going to still spend money on you a week, 2 weeks if we don't have sex? You know what I'm saying? That's when people go, is this real or is this blah? You know, cheating aside, cheating aside, absolutely, Nick, absolutely. We shouldn't be as motivated by sex. I'm a Jay Sean, no chaser, but I'm trying not to. I got a few more weeks before I can get raw. Spoiler alert. So my son is gonna be here for good in a couple of weeks, and all the years I've been on YouTube, I was trying to always be subdued because I didn't want to go viral and then had that drama of you can't feed your child. Like I ain't feel like that. I was like, I'm tired of this because it was that bad of a situation. But then I could, I don't care. Couple weeks, I'm not gonna care. But if you can spend money on a person because I want you to have a better life, it's gonna be a different story. Now, let me put it to you like this: financially, are you of use to the other person? Like, if you're a woman, how much money can you save that your man by your cooking and cleaning? You get what I'm saying? How much time can you save your man by quote unquote cooking and cleaning? Or and we use cooking and cleaning as a reference, but to be honest, women are great when it comes to sales and coupons. How much they can, if a woman really down for you, she gonna save you some money through these sales and coupons. She not gonna let you pay full price for nothing, and she'll buy you stuff even if it's on sale. You know what I'm saying? She gonna hook you up. Like she gonna really hook you up. Like you be like, what? You got that? We got all this right now. You got this? Hey, she gonna be a Costco, Sam's Club player. And you're like, damn, baby, you got me 17 years worth of toilet paper for how much? Yeah, I'll rock with you. That's how it goes. Like, fellas, how much money can you save her? Can you fix things in her apartment, house, or blah blah blah? Can you fix certain things in her car? You know what I'm saying? Can you put her on things that'll save her money? That women are not abreast to. Can you save her money by saying, look, when you get an oil change, don't get this type of oil, get this type of oil. Don't get the basic, get this. Her tire blow out. Look, babe, I need another tire. No, you actually don't need another tire. Your tire busted because you got a hole in it. So all you need is a patch. A patch might cost you anywhere from $6 to $10, $15, and because women don't know those things. So that's when the black love versus money comes up, because then it's like she would have bought a $300, somewhere depending on the cars, cheap ticket, cheap tire might be $40 to tire that might be a few $100s, but you done saved her anywhere from 40 to $200 just by that itself. Those type of things. I remember having a good friend of mine. You know, I see you did. Who I remember her. I was teaching her about her car. Her light bulbs went out. In the summertime, most people realize this. Every 2 years, your car, it depends on the battery you got. Every year, 2 years, your battery's gonna go out, and it's either gonna be in the summer or the winter. Women don't have a hard time getting this, grasping that. So I was showing her how to get those batteries from like the AutoZone, Advanced Parts, and O'Reilly, stuff like that. And I was like, listen, you buy this battery because if it shuts off on you in a year and a half, you get another battery for free. And it's like, why? Because if you take your car to the dealership, they're gonna give you that cheap battery, and you're gonna pay this same price for this expensive battery, but there is no warranty. You're just come back a year later. Now you're paying them multiple times for batteries and multiple times for installation. And then she was like, what about my lights? So I showed her how to put in her lights in her car, in her headlights. Because she's thinking I got to get the whole headlight replaced. I'm like, no, you just get a light bulb. So I'm showing her bang, 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 So she pays for the light bulbs. I open the back of the trunk up and show how to get to the light bulbs and bam, and twist them in. And then she's like, wait a minute. You know how much money I'd had to pay for that? I'm like, yeah, I do. So it's that part of black love versus black money. Like my woman buys things, calls me over and I'll fix them. I bought a desk. Who you think setting it up? Who you think doing? She's like, how long that would have took me if I'd have did it? It's those type of things. It's those type of things. It's exactly. Cars become expensive as a mother. So same thing that happens like black love versus black money when we bring kids into it, and kids, when they're not your kids, it's like, what? I don't want to spend all my money taking care of your kids, but I'll help you keep your expenses at a minimum with your kids. Because guys know, guys come into a picture looking at women, because there are far more single mothers that we date than we admit. We look at single mothers like, why are you spending so much money on these kids? Why? Why are you buying expensive sneakers for kids? Why? Like, why are you doing this? If you buy a kid $100, $200, $150, $200 sneakers, you could have bought that kid 4 or 5 pairs of $30-something sneakers that were all kind of different colors and designs that'll match with their outfit. And now you ain't gonna have this problem with them saying I need some more shoes because they didn't scuff them up. Now they can have school shoes, play shoes, out, all these type of things. Car designer, thanks, man. That's the issue. I was talking to my lady about some of you ladies gonna get upset when y'all hear this, but I was talking to her about how moms are really cheap and broke because they don't take their sons to get their haircut. And I was like, why do you think you got all these kids running around here with dreads? It ain't because they let the kids' hair grow out. They never take them to get a haircut. So they give them dreads so the hair could grow, and it's cheap because they're not really. And that's why a lot of these kids' heads, people think people hate kids with dreads. No, your dreads is dusty because your mama didn't want you to get a haircut, and she didn't help you get your dreads cleaned and taken care of properly. So now you're looking like a dusty, like a linebacker that takes his helmet off. So this is about money. So where's the money going? So it's like, oh, this is the problem. This is the problem. Black love versus black money. And you can see it over and over and over and over again. Over again. Oh man, I hope heaven do got fishing, Dizzy. Oh, rest in peace to your grandpa and your mom. You know, definitely rest in peace to them. You know, they lived a long life. Appreciate the memories, Dizzy. Appreciate the memories. I understand. You're gonna miss people forever. That goes with the territory. I'm sorry for your loss though. But let me get back to this money part. You got some people who they want the black love part. I gotta go there. You got the people with vices. Black love is being able to. I, I got I got the alcohol. I got the cigarettes. I got the weed. So I love you because I can get your stuff. I can use your stuff. I'm going broke because my vice is is alcohol, but you got it all, so I love you because of that. So as long as you got alcohol, as long as you got weed, as long as you got how can I say this? Ooh, as long as you like the nightlife and you're gonna take me to this party, to that party, and that's my addiction, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you because I like to have quote unquote fun. So as long as you can pay for my fun, we're in love. But at a certain point, the fun gets into the way, you know, good. The fun gets into the way of life. So now you realizing fun ain't cheap. You know, that's why sometimes I would talk about people. I look at weed smokers as drug addicts too, because nobody can tell you weed smokers, cigarette smokers, drinkers, uh, people who use hard drugs like cocaine and heroin, they can none of those people can tell you actually how much they've spent on drugs. People who have a shopping addiction, they have no inclination of in a 5 or 10 year period how much they've spent on drugs. None. So now when you get with people, it's like, man, you are making me realize, you know, if you keep that fix, I can't leave you. But at the same time, you start looking around like, this is how I'm gonna live for the rest of my life because I can't do this. So now you got this love versus money. Love versus money. And then what's up by you? Like, what people don't wanna the love versus money really hits the head when the person that you want to love you is responsible and the person that's looking for money is irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? So now we're at that point in life where this is what the whole dating market is seeing online. I'm looking for somebody who got their stuff together so they could pay for me not having my stuff together. And they got to be dumb enough to go with this. And it's like, they're not dumb. You're dumb for thinking that they're dumb. They have these bills every month, and you can't take care of yourself every month. So, and most people have dated a person like this in their lifetime where they come crawling back and crying about their bad spending. Like, oh man, I'm in a bind, I'm in a bind. It's like you constantly in a bind. Constantly. Carl, what's happening? You know, what's happening? Like you constantly in a bind, but you're in this bind, but you can never pay for your bind. You know, everybody who's dated the let me borrow your car person. Most people who, when you were in your 20s, you dated the let me borrow your car person. And what you noticed about the let me borrow your car person, if you saw them driving your car, they drove like a bat out of hell. They didn't, and they didn't put no gas in your car. And they'll be gone for long periods of time. I need you to be back in like 3 hours. No problem, I got you. 6 hours later, oh, I was just doing. You said I got caught up. I got caught. How you get caught up in somebody else's stuff? Why ain't no gas in it? Oh, I just got. See, people have this. People don't want to admit that even if you don't do drugs, you do crackhead stuff because you're irresponsible, or you get with the people who you're responsible, they're irresponsible, and they're the type of person they're living with you, but they going out and you see it more so now on social media. Yeah, stereo blast. You see it more so now on social media. People don't address the fact that when you see people in hotels and stuff, normally those are the type of people who live with somebody and then they go taking pictures in hotels because they so tired of staying with a person for free. I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm gonna spend $300 for the hotel the weekend and be like, I want room service and I want, and I just look at the meal and look at me staring at the balcony and you're like, what? What? Because when you get to know people, you're like, I know you. Why do you constantly every few weekends, you're in a hotel somewhere? Why? Why? Because you're irresponsible. And then you get into it with the person because they realize you're an adult and I'm paying for you to be irresponsible. So the situation, you start to lose love for a person. You just like, I can't respect you. I just can't respect it. And I feel you, Matrix. Like, this is where we at with it. This is where we at with it. Luis, what's popping? Now it goes love, money, love, money. And you got to bring up the conversation about people thinking I could do better. See, a lot of times, what you're seeing is people trying to scale up. I'm at a 5, I could get a 6. I got a 6, I could get a 7. I got a 7, I could get an 8. I got an 8, I could get a 9. I got a 9, I could get a 10. But see, here's the problem with it. You're going to find out most people, you might go from 5 to 8, but you ain't going to 9 and 10. You're going to be an idiot chasing 9 and 10. Wasting a lot of time. I'm going to get this 9 or 10. No, you're not. If you ain't an 8 or a 9 yourself, you're not about to get a 9 or 10. You're not about to do it. It's not about to happen. I hate to tell you that, but even rich guys who are big and bad built, if you're a rich defensive lineman built guy, you're gonna wind up with a woman who can handle a defensive lineman type of body. You're not finna get some little skinny gymnast. It's not finna happen. Not finna happen. I know you want to have it in your movie mind, but it's not true. But where I'm going with that is this. Same thing with the ladies. I met a guy that makes, 50,000. I'm gonna get 60. I'm gonna get a 60 to 70. I'm gonna get a 70 to 100. I'm gonna get 100 to 200. I'm gonna get 200 to 2 million. And it's like, so which one of those guys out of that upper scale you was climbing was actually willing to be with you long term? I was hoping that the 2 million guy would. Not gonna happen. What about the $250,000 guy? Not gonna happen. You know who you should have been with? The $75,000 dude that was really nice to you. JR, what's popping? What's happening? Astro, what's happening? That's who you should have been with. And I've heard this repeatedly for women over the years of the guy that they should have been with. Now that they went up that scale and now they've gone back down. Car design. Chris was popping. Right. I feel you on that. Like me. That's where we're at now. That's where we are at. Absolutely money outweighs love. But the problem, that becomes the problem, is because ultimately what I'm getting at, let me, keep it a buck. Since money outweighs love nowadays, the problem is nobody has a price. If money outweighs how much does your love actually cost? Nobody can answer that question. Because people want to change the price. See, when you go to the store, you know the price or the price range of what you're looking for. But when you talk to people, okay, so how much money you need to be in love for the rest of your life? I don't know, I need about I don't know. Exactly. This is why you're gonna never find love, because even though you put a price on it, you ain't actually got a price. You trying to hit how much you got? Can I find somebody that got more than that? You rolling craps right now. You just shooting. You crapping out. It's the same thing. You can ask the guys, man, what kind, how much you willing to spend to get a certain amount of love? I got to spend something. Yeah, you probably gonna have to spend something. Real talk. And the reason why I'm saying this is ultimately at the end of the day, since we're adults, well, I got to say the adult thing. If you really gonna get with somebody for real, and we're gonna get together and build, well, if we're gonna get together and build and be happy about it, you're gonna have to make each other some money. That's what it is. We're gonna have to make each other some money. So guess what, fellas? You're gonna have to put a woman in a position where she can make money. Women, you're gonna have to, put a man in a position where he can make money. And what I mean by that is you both might be in different avenues, different jobs or different fields, and they don't know how to make money in your field, and you don't know how to make money in their field. So now, from my field, I learned to invest in this. So I'm gonna tell you how to invest in this, because in my field, this is why this is a good investment, and vice versa. And then you see for yourself, oh snap, that's a good investment. That's a real good investment. Now we making money. Because even, because thus when I was talking about Kamora Lee Simmons in the beginning, she hasn't been in relationships because Russell was so rich. She was basically living off of Russell even when Russell was gone. You know what I'm saying? So when it was time to actually be in a relationship that makes her money, she went back to Russell's money. Irregardless, I'm gonna just go to Russell's money. So she became a leech for life, Right. What's up, Travis? That's where it's gonna go. Because if you can't make another person money in this society, what are you good for? Because this idea that it's just love because it's love, that no, it ain't. No, it ain't. It ain't love just because it's love anymore. I'm just be honest, fellas. You can knock the bottom out of that thing, and you can see when her eyes start over and she look at you with that glaze different, like, oh no. That look gonna still be there. But if the money start messing up the situation, she gonna check out. At some point, she gonna check out. And she'll be with a guy who doesn't hit it as good. She still might call you, but she not making but you ain't making no money in this situation. And fellas, we know the same way. Like, we sit around and we like, listen, man, nothing is more annoying than a woman who's, where we gonna go now? Where we gonna go next? Where we gonna eat next? What show we gonna see now? What play we gonna go to now? What trip we gonna go on now? You're like, if you don't sit your broke ass down somewhere, you always asking where we going because you ain't paying for nothing. But I paid for my hair. I don't give a fuck about your hair. I don't give a fuck about your outfit. I don't care about your shoes. I don't. You just a lazy bum who want free entertainment all the time. We're going to go to Netflix for the next 2 months. How about that? And if she get an attitude, we don't never do nothing. Well, you pay for something then. What? I'm a woman. Exactly. You a woman and you still on my damn Netflix account. We ain't married. What's your Hulu password? None of your damn business. That's not the password. That actually is the password. So, so when I answer, you'll never believe me. you know, so what's your password? I ain't telling you nothing. Dash 12. So I hate you. Okay. But he told me his password. I did tell him my password. What's your password? I ain't telling you nothing. Dash 12. Like, it's like, what the fuck? You don't get it. Offer me a check. But look, man, I've been there. Love over 30 is dead. I feel you. What's up, Reggie? Yeah, because I've been in the past. I remember young ladies like, maybe we should have a kid because I see how you're responsible. You take care of your kid. Maybe we should have a kid. That was always a turnoff. I didn't talk to numerous women in my life who saw me interact with my son because they wanted to have a kid. I was like, I had a particular relationship where I stopped having sex with my girlfriend because she wanted to have a kid. She didn't want to have. She wanted to have unprotected sex, and then she wanted to act like she was on a pill when she wasn't, and she wanted to have a kid. I'm like, we not even engaged and married. Like, no, Playboy. And of course, she left and got pregnant and had 2 kids. After she already had one, we both had one, then she had 2 kids. And I saw last year sometime, maybe last summer, and I saw her with the 3rd kid. And I was like, well, you said you wanted 3. And she's like, I don't know what I was thinking. That was a bad idea. I knew it was a bad idea then. I was shooting up the club at first thinking it was all good, and I got nervous. I'm not shooting the club up. I became a chick. I used my head, but I'm not. You know. It became that bad. Yeah. I've been there. But that's a money situation. People don't realize. I When I talk about home ownership and apartment complexes popping up everywhere, and rent an apartment being pretty much higher than a mortgage, what I'm basically saying at the end of the day is you're going to see more Black people cohabitate, and and women have seem to be more fond of being roommates than men. But what winds up happening is when women are roommates, the 50-50 dynamic is in effect. When women get in a room with a man, then they try to get skirt out of the 50-50 dynamic. And what you're seeing is people looking at society like, if we're going to be together, if we go at this like roommates, we're going to have to go at it like roommates if we're going to be together for a long period of time if we have an apartment, because we're both going to have to use this money and both save enough money to get a home if we talking long term. If we talking long term together or not together, because ultimately, and I hate to say this about sisters, but sisters have been growing in home ownership, but a lot of how y'all save money for home ownership is y'all dated men who've let y'all save money. And one of the reasons why guys lacked on home ownership because they were the ones putting money in your pocket because you a woman. But you don't tell the world that. You don't tell the world, oh, I got my down payment because I was in a relationship the last 2 years with this guy and I really didn't pay for anything. Or a year and a half and I ain't pay for anything. So now I'm a boss chick out in the world and I got it together because basically I've been saving my money for a year. But you don't have a situation where guys can say I've been with my woman and it actually saved me money. You're not saving 15% by having 15 months with a woman by switching to Geico. It's not happening. So if that doesn't happen and the guys don't get any cash out of these relationships, guys ain't doing it. Guys ain't doing it. You know, and as Dizzy talking about people getting pregnant, trophy love. Yeah. You know, the thing about women getting pregnant is I don't think people realize or they're recognizing what you're seeing is a lot of people in their mid 30s, like early, from I say like 33 and up, who have kids who may be, you know, in high school and up. So you're seeing people who you're seeing women whose kids is about to leave and their income is about to leave. And you're seeing men whose kids is about to leave and their income is about to take a jump up. And you're seeing that's the dating market that you're seeing people concerned about. My kid is 15 and it's like, it's child support finna be done. And you seeing the guys like my kid finna be 15 and I'm gonna get all these monies back. All the monies. You feeling like T-Pain. Baby girl, what's your name? Wanna talk to you, can I buy you a drink? No child support, done with me. I ain't paying my baby mama, ooh yeah. It's going that far. And now you're seeing people like, I want to get together. This is why you're seeing people in their, like, even trying to get back with their exes because they know he survived. DJ, what's happening? Right. Because now with people, you see people investing, like, now there is no excuse. When you say investing, now there's no excuse. Now you can get on your phone, you can get on Robinhood, Fidelity, Ameritrade. You can do, you can invest in it. You can get on, if you're doing, Coinbase, crypto, you can do all that. What's up, Eric? Like, you can do all that now. So now when your portfolio just ain't, your portfolio shouldn't just be the money you got in your checkings and savings. Now you should have a checkings and savings, a retirement, 401k, TSP, IRA, Roth, Roth IRA rather. You should have that at a certain age now. And then you can have your actual investment accounts on your phone. Oh, that being said, because of things being more online right now, I'm gonna tell y'all this first and foremost. If you invest and you have stuff on your phone, I need you to make sure that people don't actually have your password now. I don't care what women say about trust. It ain't about trust. It's about, I don't need you to look through my phone and look at my accounts. Because now if you look at my account, now you might mess with my account because let me see your phone type stuff. Don't do that. Just say, look, I don't need you in my phone. Why? Because I got accounts in my phone and I don't want you going through my accounts. Period. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Because if somebody look at you and you got, a few stacks in Robinhood, a few stacks in Coinbase, a few stacks, in Ameritrade, and your bank information ain't really like that. You get what I'm saying? You got to go to your bank, but you might click the app and somebody go to your bank and it's like, and the Cash App might be on there, and the PayPal might be on there, and the Zelle, and might just send themselves some of your money because, oh, you got it. Don't put yourself in that situation. Because you can't say they stole money from me because they had your phone. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So black love versus black, whatchamacallit? Got a finger it, yeah, fall asleep. It's one of those situations. So it's love versus the money, and it's all about, at the end of the day, the money. Because what you're going to see, especially in Black America, you're really about to see a separation of class as far as ownership and wealth. You know, grants type shit. I ain't seen it, man. Man, I've been cussing up. Man, I hate the IRS. Every year I'm paying some money. Every year. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Nothing, nothing. You know. But this is how it goes. So at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't take care of this stuff, you're gonna have a problem. Black men. I mean, yeah, Miko, but white women don't mess with black men like that. We don't mess with white women like that, anyways. To be perfectly honest, I'm just being keeping it a buck. A lot of times we mess with Hispanic women before white women. We'd be Hispanic first, you know. I wouldn't even say Hispanic first. Hispanic and black from the Caribbean or Africa. Hispanic and them, that's like a one to one. And then white women and then Asian. Because I ain't gonna front. When you bring the race in, when I bring race into it, I hate to say this about some brothers, but some brothers have a slave mentality about white women. Like, but and what I mean by it is, it's because it happens so rarely. Because black women think it happens a lot, but when black men hear it, they're like, "What the hell? You talk what? I just had to give me a white one. Oh, I'll get a white chick." And it's like, huh? It's not that they want a white chick. It's just like if they saw a fine black chick and an average white chick, oh, she what? Oh, it becomes that exotic thing, but it just goes bad. And even some guys are starting to look at them like, bro, seriously, seriously, you know. But that just is what it is. What's up, Josh? You know, it becomes a bad thing. It becomes a bad thing. But hey, I feel you on that, Luis. I feel you on that. I can concur with that message. You know, but if we want quote unquote our relationships to work, we're gonna have to have a healthy relationship with money. And I think brothers look at it like that's gonna be an issue with black women. I think that because women in general are not good with having to give, and money is in particular, and info. Like black men look at black women like financially the same way we made the comment about how when Barack Obama did my brother's keeper, black women didn't want it to happen. And then when black women say Goldman Sachs giving us money, that's how, black finances are looked at, you know. Oh, I know. It ain't an all thing. It ain't an all thing, Miko. I've run in this like in the last maybe the last 5 years. I only ran into two brothers that really was like, oh, white women. It's because I remember them because they stand out so much. I remember more brothers like, hey, that Latina chick, the black chick, the Latina chick, what is that chick? What is she? Where's she from? She from the Caribbean? She from Africa? She get it. Like that's the norm. You know what I'm saying? Some guys, the white chick is like, now if the white chick thick, now I done seen some thick white chicks still be like, I get it, Bennett, boy. She got white skin, but she got a black body. Like, yeah, she got a black body. Like, but that's how it goes. But the financial aspect, like I was getting at, was you see sisters in the Black Lives Matter kind of proved it, where sisters are not really adept at. Ooh, Amara never fine in the mug, but she fine in the mug. I wouldn't pull out. I just wouldn't. Just hey, take that with you. Take that with you. Tomorrow, take that with you. Thursday, take that with you. But even with women like her, you're gonna get tired of it though. I mean, it is what it is. I done had enough sex to know, I'm gonna say this part and I'm gonna get out of here because I'm about to be wrong about that. I'm living in Houston, player. It's a lot. My woman is black, so you know, I've dealt with every black you can deal with, from America to the vast majority of the islands to Africa. You know what I'm saying? I've dated them all. You know, Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Kitts, Dominica. I know I miss. I know Nigerian. Uh, I said Senegal. Where was what you call it from? Ethiopia, Morocco. I want to say Morocco. Shit, I'm missing a few islands. Ah, I'm missing a few islands. I think Bahamas. Like, what is No, she wasn't from Ghana. She was from somewhere else. She's from somewhere else. Sierra Leone, not Barbados. I ain't messing with nobody from Barbados. At least I don't think. Yeah, such a. Now, both of them are from Trinidad. Because I messed with two friends back in the day. So both of them were from Trinidad. Chick from St. Kitts, chick from Dominica. Because I didn't know Dominica was an island. I thought the Dominican Republic and I didn't know Dominica. Of course Jamaica. But shit, man, it's a lot of them. Whatever. But you know what? Before I get raunchy, let me just go and get up out of here. Let me just go and get up out of here. You know, um, basically what I was about to say, even with the, like the Marlon Negro situation, what he's talking about. What you come to find out is even when you date out of your culture, those women, families came to America for a better financial life living, for better standard of living, a better lifestyle. So there's going to be a money exchange there too. You know, even like when you date white women and Hispanic women, Asian women, Asian and Middle Easterns really don't mess with it. So it really, like, that's really a difficult way to go. You really got to have money because most of the people who are non-black are more so focused on bleeding you dry. If you're a black man and you're well off, the only reason they're allowing you to, they're not really getting in the way of your relationship because they're trying to figure out how much money you actually got so their family could take a big chunk of it on the way out. That's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what's actually going on. So it's the same thing with us, but I think sometimes we're not as informed about it with other groups because they have those conversations. We just don't be honest. You know, Jamaican and Asian. That's what you call it was one of the chicks. I didn't get a chance to date her though. She was she was half black and half Korean. She one of the finest women I've seen in my life. It's like three of them that were just four of them really. You know, I dated one of those women. You know, but so but let me get out of here, man, because I got to go to the grocery store. Damn, and it's raining bad. I don't feel like leaving the house now. But I've been on here for like an hour 15. So I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, y'all. I'm off next week. I'm going to give y'all a lot of lives. So like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch y'all on the next one, yo. Peace. I think peace because this thing won't end. Boy, I swear to God, these things. There we go.